Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here. Another video. Well, things are moving fast and furious in the Pac-12, and I'll get into that a little bit later here. We're trying to get a little more information finalized and try to do things going here, but we'll see what's going on here. Right now, we're back in the schedule previews again, and we're going to facing the next in the Sun Belt Conference. We're talking about Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern, just like Appalachian State, finished the regular season at 6-6, but since they didn't schedule two FCS teams, they got to go bowling. So that's a news flash for you out there. If you didn't pay attention to the Appalachian State video, if you schedule two FCS opponents, you have to win 7 games to go to a bowl game. So, we'll do like we do all these scheduled previews. We're going to compare the non-conference games from last season and this season, decide which one's tougher, and then the full schedule from last season and this season, and decide which one's tougher. So shall we get into this? Because I have a funny feeling of doing a college football realignment video here real quick, but we'll get into it. So, the non-conference games for last season. Home against Morgan State, at Nebraska, at UAB, and home against Ball State. 1 Power 5, 2 Group of 5, 1 FCS. The Power 5 on the road, one of the 2 Group of 5s on the road. This season's non-conference games. Home against the Citadel, home against UAB, home and home, at Wisconsin, and at Ball State, home and home. 1 Power 5, 2 Group of 5, 1 FCS. Power 5 on the road, one of the 2 Group of 5s on the road. The Group of 5s are the same, UAB and Ball State. Which season's tougher? UAB, Ball State are kind of interchangeable a little bit. Win-wise, they're pretty close. But Wisconsin's way better than Nebraska, so I got to say the non-cons from this season are tougher than last season. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As for the full schedule, shall we get into this? Okay, both seasons are the same thing to let you know ahead of time. The non-cons of the first 4 games. So they got that out the way before they even bothered to start playing conference schedules. So, Georgia Southern's schedule from 2022. They were home against Morgan State, blew them out, beat them up, 159-7. At Nebraska, tough win, but got it, 145-42. That's a big win for them. At UAB, they lost 35-21. Maybe a little bit of a hangover after having that win. Then come back home against Ball State, win 34-23. Then they go on the road at Coastal Carolina, lost 34-30, tough loss. At Georgia State, lost 41-33. That was a little bit surprising losing that one. Home against James Madison and won 45-38. Then at Old Dominion, won 28-23. Then they got the bye, so it's 8 in front of the bye and 4 after. That's a run. Come out of the bye and home against South Alabama, 10-win team, lost 38-31. At Louisiana, lost 36-17. Home against Marshall, lost 23-10. So there's their 6 losses. They had to win their last game to get bowl eligible, and at home against Appalachian State in 2 overtimes. Beat Appalachian State 51-48. So basically, whoever won that game went bowling. That was a bowl game because Georgia Southern wins, they go to a bowl. Appalachian State has to win to go to a bowl. So that was a bowl game without being a bowl game. So that actually explains why that game was such a dogfight. But Georgia Southern won. Finished the regular season at 6-6 and go to the Camellia Bowl against Buffalo, where they lost a heartbreaker 23-21. This season, start the season home against the Citadel, home against UAB, then a tough road games against new head coach Luke Fickell in Wisconsin, and at Wisconsin and at Ball State, home against Coastal Carolina starting conference play, then they get the bye. So last season was 8 in front of the bye and 4 after. This is 5 in front of the bye and 7 after. But the bye is well placed because they come out of the bye at James Madison. That's one of the tougher teams in the conference. That's a good placement for a bye. Then home against Louisiana Monroe, ULM, home against Georgia State, at Texas State, at Marshall, home against Old Dominion, and finish the season at Appalachian State. That one's going to be a good one after what happened at App State last year. That is going to be a great game. That place is going to be rocking. All right, what schedule's tougher? Well, let's see. Last season, go by this. I go by the road games. That's the best way to tell it. How tough points you had on the road. At Nebraska, at UAB, at Coastal Carolina, at Georgia State, at Old Dominion, at Louisiana. Louisiana went bowling. UAB went bowling, Nebraska went bowling, Coastal Carolina went bowling, so that's 5. This season, at Wisconsin, at Ball State, at James Madison, at Texas State, at Marshall, at Appalachian State. Another one too close to call, but I'm thinking this season's tougher. Maybe the Wisconsin games puts it over the top, maybe. But you let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comments. So thanks, everybody, for watching this video. If you haven't done it already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It does help. It helps the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Our 3 questions. 1, non-conference games from last season or this season. Which one's tougher? The entire schedule, last season or this season. Which one's tougher? And 3rd question, Georgia Southern, can they get back into another bowl game again this year? And is it going to come down to that Appalachian State game again? With that schedule as tough as it is, it may come down to it again, which would be crazy. 2 years in a row, bowl eligibility by 1 game. But you let me know your thoughts on that question down in the comments. And if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel. Just past 450 subscribers, on the way to 500 on that crawl to get to 1,000. Make some stuff happen. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to do a little more update right here. Check some stuff on what's going on about some invites and whatnot, pending stuff and everything else. It will be a shorter college football realignment video, but we'll see what's up with that one. I'll see what I can find out, some other stuff on that, but I'll let you know about right after this. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Be safe out there. Enjoy your Saturday, and please be good to each other.